Hello, I'm here today to give my video reaction. Um, she starts out by talking about how the European Union was formed of the post war of World War II, and how it was created to kind of make a common marketplace because pretty much the Europe was in ruins, and make a common European market is what it was really created to do, and to create to promote competition amongst businesses, but also to put in place rules and stipulations as well. Sometimes for businesses, competition can be inconvenient. It will seem sometimes like the race is never over to outwin a competitor or to undermine a competitor. But competition gives consumers the power to demand a fair deal. This gives the opportunity for a business to give like a deal, a special going on where they give a price which is cheaper to as a competitor offers. So therefore, it is better for the consumer because then it promotes kind of a fair business operations, and it's better for the consumer because they have more options. They're not just set all on one price and on one product. More than 2/3 of Europeans feel the lack of competition, which I feel is very unique. And here in America at least, I would feel like there is competition a lot. So was kind of caught off guard that 2/3 of Europeans feel that there's a lack of competition, and that the market didn't treat them fairly, so that they feel as if there isn't enough options of business, of maybe who you get your cable from, or your option of where you go and buy your clothes from. You don't have enough retailers, or so it doesn't drive enough. There's a lack of trust in the market that can rub off to where we don't trust society. And I feel like trust is big in business at all, because once you have trust, and because you want to develop a trust in a business, you will develop a consumer lifetime relationship. And you also have to have trust in a business when you're purchasing their products, so you know that what you spend your money on is what you're going to get. Also, when you buy something from them, you know that, say I buy a ticket for a game, I know that my seat is going to be there when I show up with the ticket. I know that it isn't going to be someone else sitting there. So there's a trust that has to be established with the consumer and business relationship. Less than a quarter of Europeans trust online companies to hold their personal information, which I can understand that. People don't like to give out their information because of all the cyber stuff going on with people hacking information and websites, and that they just don't feel that there's a trust out there to. I feel like that's here in America too, where people don't want to give out their information as they're scared of losing their identity and other things associated with it. But we're trying to develop, though, as we go more into the future, that people will trust their banks and other online systems to give their information, because as technology advances, everything is going online as the world progresses. And lastly, the competition makes the market work for everyone. and it just promotes promotes more opportunities for consumers to find better products as well as cheaper ones, and not be under like a monopoly where they only have one option for a product. So the question was, outside of your personal reaction, how does this impact business law and how you may manage a business? This impacts business law because there are like the Sherman Antitrust Act and other things around the monopolies in America and throughout the world that they promote a one sole ownership of a industry, so it promotes a healthy business and for the consumer as well and other businesses. That's from the law standpoint. And then and how you may manage a business. It lets me, say I was a business owner, it lets me have the option to undermine my competitor or try to promote stipulations to where I can offer my consumer a differentiated product compared to my competitor, and there's more options out there for my buyer. As a whole, I really enjoyed the video. I'm not very familiar with European accents. I did my best to understand her. I had to turn up the volume a little bit, but she was very professional. I thought she really answered the questions well at the end that the guy was asking her about corruption and some tax evasion. Like I said, I really liked the video. She was very professional. And as a whole, I really liked the business law class this year, as I wasn't very familiar with a lot of laws regarding business. I'm familiar with other aspects of it, but not the law. So it was very interesting for me, and I learned a lot, and thank you for the opportunity.